Are you spending money on Facebook ads? Are you spending money on marketing that there's a part of you feels like it's not going to the right place, it's not working? Did you know there's actually an alternative? And it just so happens today we have the right man on the panel to help us with that, referrals. Michael Griffiths, thank you very much, welcome.
Thank you, great to be with you guys.
And our guest panelist here, Andrew Griffiths.
Hey folks.
No relation. And over here, my wonderful, beautiful co-host, RENÉE HASSELDINE.
Hello.
Michael, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, well, the shortened, brief version, as much as we can go. Teacher by trade, grew up here in Melbourne for half my life. Thought teaching elite level basketball coach was always going to be my world.
You look like a basketball coach.
The joys of being 6'1" when you're 14 and not grown an inch ever since made you a basketball player at an early age. But no, 2007, we were coaching over in University of North Carolina in the US, and my wife's mum came down with cancer. She's absolutely fine. So back we came to Australia and continued teaching for another 9 months before I went, I'm sick of the lazy teachers. Give me 30 kids and leave me alone. Perfect, but I could not put up with the laziness of the teachers. So
how did you transition out of teaching to what you're doing now?
So we created a tutoring company, and therefore we got to teach the kids by having tutors one-on-one in their homes. And that started our business journey back there in 2008, and here we are 9 years later with 7 businesses, sold 6, and now niched just down into helping people generate referrals and more leads into their business without having to pay for marketing.
What beautiful segue in there. I just wanted to ask you one thing. When you were in your early 20s, just like 10 years ago, did you know did you have any idea that you might be doing what you're doing now?
No idea whatsoever. And if I think what we've gone through the last 5 years, gee, I wish I knew those lessons when I was 17, 18, 19. Would have been completely different and probably would have not wasted 10 years of my life in my 20s before doing what we've been doing now. So,
is it ever really wasted though?
No, it's not. You've very much got to go through all experiences of life to be able to get to where you are now.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Michael, your thing is referrals. Tell us give us a little bit of rundown on that.
Yeah, certainly. So a referral simply is where somebody else has already got somebody in their network who needs the product or service that you have, and therefore they say, you need to speak to Michael about doing XYZ. They pass their name and phone number to me, and I now get to contact them. So in the end, it's having other people find qualified leads for you that all you have to do is give them a call, talk to them about what their problem is. You already know they've got the problem and help them with the solution. Yeah. So it just becomes such an easier way to be able to market your business through referrals, through word of mouth, through other people looking out for you rather than having to try to sort through I'm shopping on price, or I'm just sort of after 3 quotes here and you just have to be one of the people that I picked, or I might need you but I might not. It depends who's the cheapest is.
Now, what I wanted to, Michael, to ask you is how would someone like RENÉE or myself get a referral, or so our audience knows? How does that work?
Yeah, so there's, to me, a bit of a referral process to start off with, and that helps with our way of thinking. So for most people, they go, well, if you know what I do, you should be able to pass me a referral if someone happens to need that. Well, no, because I don't know you properly, I don't like you, I don't trust you, so therefore I'm really not going to put my name on the line for you.
Yes.
So it comes down to how much trust are you willing to build with someone to then allow them to go, hey, I'm really willing to put my name on the line for you because I trust you and I know that the values between us are I'm going to help you and you're going to help me, rather than it's me constantly putting out my hand going, what are you going to do for me, what are you going to do for me, what are you going to do for me, in which why would I bother helping you?
How do you become a referral authority that generates 5+ referrals or a certain amount of referrals every day?
Yeah, lovely. My cue to draw?
Yes.
Lovely. Teacher in me loves to draw.
Yeah, so I come from a family of teachers, both of them.
So really there are 3 things that we want to be able to concentrate on. So the first one is building our referral teams. So we talk about having a team of 66 people who are actually part of your teams in different areas who are out there every day trying to create referrals for you. Like you think, we're here together and I have more than 66. I've got hundreds of people out there who are talking about me, introducing me to other people, sharing what I do to their networks that will get off here, and I'll have 30, 40 emails. Hey, Michael, please speak to this person. This person wants to do this. This person needs to be a guest at the next thing. That doesn't happen if you're the only one who's trying to generate business for yourself. Right? So we'll come into how to build your referral teams shortly. The next one is your networks. So we all have networks. We all have people around us. Everyone on our social media platforms, everyone in our CRM, everyone in our phone, family, clients, prospects, past clients. But how well do we use them? Most of the time, we put stuff out and we hope that someone might share us or talk about us or comment on it or tell someone else about it, where in fact, we've actually got to create conversations with our networks. And then the final one that we focus on is partnerships. So partnerships, to me, is all about how do you leverage into other people's networks? How do you get on other people's podcasts? How do you get on other people's webinars? How do you speak at other people's events? How do you get other people promoting your lead pages so that you're collecting data, someone's name, email, phone number, which is a qualified lead?
Yes.
So instead of you doing all that yourself, how do you get other people doing it? So Andrew, you were talking about, you run these workshops. So there's two choices. Most people would have to fill the workshop all by themselves. Or you have other people fill the workshop for you because you, through partnerships, leverage into their networks.
Yes.
Yep. So they're the three key areas, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff around that. But to me, people who focus on building their teams, use their networks effectively, leverage into other people's networks through partnerships, are always going to have more opportunities than what they can cope with. So the first thing in our referral teams is what we call profitability partners. So this is where, for most people, they go, I hope I get a referral from someone. Where's it going to come from? Who's it going to come from? Where if you create profitability partners, these are people who sell to the same people you sell to, but you don't compete with. You've got the same mindset and values. You actually want to help each other create business. So every week, we're going to jump on a 10-minute call, follow a set agenda, and actually help each other, strategize with each other on how we're going to get each other more business. So if I go with Andrew over here, great. I know Andrew helps people to speak well, to write books in particular, have your retreats. I go, great. Well, every week we could jump on because his network wants to get more referrals. My networks most of the time want better leverage. Books do that very well. So we've got similar networks that we sell to. We don't compete with each other. So we could strategize every week. How do I help fill his retreats for me? How does he help in the various things that we've got going on? See, when you've got a purposeful conversation every week about how to help each other, how many referrals do you want?
This is business porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
And also, and this I am guilty of, and I'm improving on this part because I've noticed it, is I will get referred and that name comes to me, but I've got so much going on, it disappears on the back of a page, and then I'm like, oh, how do I fill this Sydney workshop? And I'm going, I know in the last 12 months I've had 50 people given to me for Sydney. Now, where are they?
Yeah.
You know, it's having an effective system.
Yeah, no, so true. So that's profitability partners. So they're one part of our teams. We tend to go, if you've got 6 profitability partners, so that's 6 one-on-one conversations you're having every week, 10 minutes, 60 minutes for the whole week to be able to generate, even if they just gave you 1 referral each a week, there's 6 referrals right there.
Referrals a week would be pretty good.
For an hour.
Yeah.
It's like just being smart with the activity. So then the next thing we talk about is having super groups. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of people who are watching who have gone to the good old fun things like Chamber of Commerce's and B&I's and business referral groups and the rest of it. Got no problems with any of them. I think they're great starting points. The only problem is half the people in the room can't ever refer to you because they don't have the same clients as you. Another quarter don't like you. You don't like another quarter. You're only left with a handful of people who might actually be able to pass business to you. So I go, why would you go to somewhere where you don't have control of who those people are? Create your own. So have up to 8 people, including yourself, where you again just simply go, who else sells to the same people I sell to? So if I'm a personal trainer, could have a naturopath, a nutritionist, a chiro, a foot specialist, an after-school care facility, because they all sell to the same person. And now, every month we're going to come together for 45 minutes once a month, and we're going to see how do we actually pass each other more business. So from a one-on-one conversation to a monthly group conversation. Then our next one is what we call cross-promotion partners. And I simply go, if you could have 12 cross-promotion partners, you'd be able to do a cross-promotion every single month. So if you think about a cross-promotion, that's as simple as let me promote you into my network and you promote me into your network. So I might go, Andy Griffiths, what can I do to promote you into my network? And Andy says, I'd love you to be able to promote my upcoming webinar. Brilliant. I promote that out to the several tens of thousands of people we have. Andy now gets another 100 people on his webinar, which he would not have got if he didn't get to come into our audience. And Andy says, what can I do for you? I'd love if you could send out our referral success kit. Good. What have we just both done? Giving each other opportunities, leads.
And done, if I can add, in a way which is really respectful for the audience as well.
Thinking
that whole kind of concept.
Yes.
It's not, we're not saying, well, do 25 emails to my list, and drive everyone insane, that whole kind of thing. It's just this really respectful process.
It's very genuine, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And when you're sending, so if you're sending out, information about Andrew's webinar, for example, are you doing that via email, social media?
Lovely. And really could be done through any platform. Okay. So it could be done through both. It could be done through one or the other. So I tend to go, if this was the first time we'd ever met and we're starting to build the trust and I want to just do a little thing to start the trust, I'd probably do it via social media because it doesn't really affect somebody via email where they've got to open it or delete it. If we already had the trust, I'd do it via email because we had more trust. So it can depend. But the idea is really finding, if you can find 12 people, you do one a month. So imagine, we just have some quick numbers around it that we know that if someone sends it out, let's say there's 500 people they send it to, about 50% will be interested, 50% won't, so be it. So now we're down to 250 people. Out of that 250 people, 10% of that will actually come and take action. So from 500 people, Andy's down has got another 25 new opportunities that he didn't have the other day, and more importantly, people he didn't even know existed. Right? So you think, just if you did that one alone, 25 new leads every single month just by doing a cross promotion to someone who had a network of 500, it's a lot of people paying an awful lot of money to get 25 new leads. So content distributors. So the next one is what we call content distributors. Okay, let's have 20 content distributors. We all put things up on social media. Not the pictures of the cat and the pets. Content that shows that we're an expert. I love speaking to my own people, but I love speaking to people who don't even know I exist. So rather than just hope that someone likes, comments or shares, how about we actually make that happen? So I will go in and I'll say, who wants to actually share, whose content can I share for this month? And would you mind sharing mine? And all of a sudden now, 20 people pop up and go, oh yeah, I'll share it. And I go, good, I'll share yours. And what have we just done? Every time we've posted content, we've made sure that it now gets shared into a brand new network. A network that half the people didn't even know we existed. So all of a sudden now, when we have people say, oh, I see you everywhere, it's not by mistake. It's because we've got other people doing things for us. But more importantly, we don't rely on luck anymore. We don't rely on, I hope someone's going to share it for us. We make sure that we've actually already organised that. So then the last one in our teams is what we call our affiliates. And so this is the one that's very different to all the others because affiliates is, I'm happy to give you a piece of the pie because you created me a sale. Right? So if you think 20, 40, 60, 66, and there's our team of 66 people, broken into different types of people who are out there helping us, creating opportunities for us, speaking about us, and allowing us to leverage into new networks. Yeah.
Nice.
There's a nice little drawing.
Michael,
Yeah, baby.
very
Business
good,
porn
very
right
good.
there.
Very
Love it.
good.
Love it.
I admittedly, I'm mind blown. A lot of that stuff. This is exactly where I'm at and what I needed to hear in this moment, which happens, right?
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's do this again. What we got from that last part.
Yeah, absolutely. So for me, you know, the more I speak to you, the more I realize that I need to be having more conversations. It's all for me, it's more having more conversations. You know, I mentioned before, you know, when you asked that question about why don't people do it, and I said people get caught in the rabbit hole of, you know, all the online stuff. That's, you know, I'm guilty of that. Like I've done a lot of that stuff. And I've forgotten about that human interaction. So for me, my takeaway is have more conversations.
Do you, Andrew?
Thank you. For me, I think it's the classification, the different types of referral partner is really clever. You know, and looking at that and going, because again, normally I think of referral partners like that. You know, or referral people, or however you want, whatever terminology you might want to use. It's just mass. You know, and you know, when you're marketing to a mass, we know the market, we've got a target market, we've got a niche, we've got to do all this. Why wouldn't we do that referral partner? So I feel a bit stupid even saying it, but that's a really nice description, you know, from profitability teams to right through to affiliates. Is a really, and breaking down into targets to say like, okay, I need 6, I need 8, I need 12. Again, it's part of that having a really good plan to follow. That I've never really seen a good plan on how to build great referral teams as such. So again, mate, I say kudos to you. I think it's hugely valuable stuff, Michael. Really, really valuable.
Do you know what I'm just processing now, and what I love about this show is that I'm blessed to have these business minds around me that I'm learning while I'm on this job. I'm getting to play, and something that we talked about this earlier, me creating opportunities for myself to play. And that is my business. And the hustle goes into the before that, and then this is the part where I get to play. But I'm getting to play with people who are giving me so much value, like blowing my mind. I mean, I hope that's what's happening at home or wherever you're watching this as well. Yeah. We're going to ask you 10 fast questions in 1 minute. Are you ready?
Rapid fire.
Go.
I'm first. Biggest role model?
Mum.
You're stuck on an island. What is the one thing you have with you?
Internet.
Best advice ever given?
Don't ever give up.
Worst advice ever given?
Give up.
If given one wish, what would it be?
To really continue, we're just doing some great things with the foundation at the moment, helping underprivileged children and animals to be able to do more of that.
Nice. What's your favourite children's book?
The Mr. Grumpy, what are those? The
Mr. Men books.
Mr. Men books. Mr. Grumpy was given to me by my little one for Christmas.
Nice.
You might have been telling me something.
Hint.
How do you find play in your business?
Every day. If you're not playing every day, there's no point being in business.
Name something that makes you go, This is the trick question, isn't it? This is the one that gets people.
A good sales process, a good marketing funnel, something where I look at it and go, yeah, I can really see what you've just done there, and I love it.
Okay, whatever spins your wheels. Where did you have your first kiss?
Harbour Cruise, Sydney Harbour.
Oh, nice. And when was the last time you embarrassed yourself?
Yeah, the real last embarrassing one was about 2 weeks ago over in when we had our partnership club in LA in Long Beach, and some of our guys there, we were still out at 1 a.m. in the middle of the dance floor looking very silly compared to all the young kids.
Nice. Michael Griffiths, you are officially not very good at this. Luckily, you made up for it with the rest of the episode.
No, that's fine.
Thank you, Andrew and Michael Griffiths, for coming on today. RENÉE HASSELDINE, thank you for being there with me, asking the questions, and thank you for watching. This is the Business Playroom, and that's a wrap.
Thank you, guys.